Greetings. Today I'm going to talk about herbs that are beneficial to the brain and spinal cord. The brain and spinal cord belong to the nervous system. Our nervous system is made up of two parts, the central nervous system and the peripheral nervous system. The central nervous system controls the brain and spinal cord. The peripheral nervous system is made up of the motor nerves and the sensory nerves. And today we're just going to talk about the organs belonging to the central nervous system, the brain and the spinal cord. Now, sometimes one may experience certain signs or symptoms, and they may wonder what's going on. Like this symptom, dizziness, could be a sign that your brain needs healing or nourishment. Other signs that the brain needs healing or nourishment are symptoms of depression, symptoms of irritableness. One might find themselves being sleepy all the time, and others may experience headaches. These are just certain signs and certain symptoms that you may experience. That's just letting you know that it's time to pay attention and heal your brain. Signs that the spine needs nourishment or healing. You might experience a lack of bladder control, a lack of bowel control. One might find it hard to breathe. You may experience muscle spasms. Some even experience sexual dysfunction. And some even may experience a lack of movement. You may find yourself becoming stiff. And these are just signs that the spine needs some attention, needs some healing. So today we're going to talk about certain herbs that will help heal and nourish these organs. Alright, so I'm going to get some water ready, and we're going to get ready to make a tea. First, let's go over these herbs that I have here. I have some Gatu Cola here. Gatu Cola is known as brain food, and it's good for your memory. It's good for healing the mental illnesses that we may experience. Nowadays, a lot of people are dealing with a lot of mental illness. And Gatu Cola is something that helps keep that in check. Again, these are mental illness, memory loss, all signs that your brain needs healing. So making a tea with this Gatu Cola is very beneficial. It's good to give to young children, older children that are in school, college students, people who have careers where they have to use their mental powers a lot. Drinking Gatu Cola daily will really help. Our next brain food would be Ginkgo biloba. And this one is good for brain function, also memory. You can help with your Alzheimer's patients. Many of our grandparents or parents might be experiencing signs of Alzheimer's. These herbs are very beneficial and can help. Our next herb for the mind or brain is rosemary. And rosemary is good for mental fatigue and brain function. Now here is skullcap. And skullcap is good for your spinal cord. And we're going to make a tea with these herbs. I'm going to just make a blend using the Ginkgo biloba, the skullcap, and the Gatu Cola. I like to blend these and make a tea. And the rosemary I like to use as a seasoning with foods. So I use this in my foods, and these I use as teas. So we're going to make a blend. Now you can take about a teaspoon of each herb. blend it together. And now that the water has heated, we're going to get our teaware together. And before you put your tea or your herbs in your teapot, it's a good idea just to rinse them off. Sometimes a little dust can get into your teaware. So you like to rinse it off with hot water. Good to have a tea bowl nearby. Now we're going to add the herbs. And we're going to infuse the teas because the Gato Cola that we're using and the skull cap and the ginkgo, there we're using the leaves. And the leaves we will infuse. In the infusion method, we just bring hot boiling water to the tea and we pour it over. Before we really complete the tea, it's a good idea to rinse your tea. Because sometimes we might find the herbs out in the wild, or even if you get them from the health food store, it's still a good idea to rinse your teas first. This is an ancient way of preparing your tea. So, again, pour that out. Now, the tea is ready to be made. So we're going to get our hot water and pour it into the teapot. Alright, let's talk about our brain and spinal cord. Our brain controls the actions of the body. It analyzes and stores data. The spinal cord gives information to the brain.